typical day for a space shipment pilot. Hockatate Freight's own Captain Olimar. Here we see him heading home to planet Hockatate after finishing a delivery. Engaging warp in 5, 3, 2, 1. Olimar couldn't wait to get home to spend time with his family, but fate had other plans for our intrepid captain. A terrible sight snapped him out of his daydream. Something had gone wrong with the warp. Olimar dodged left and right to get to safety. But his engines took a hit, and he lost control. Brace for a crash landing. Are you okay, Captain Olimar? He's alive! Oh, what a relief. Don't worry about me, Captain Olimar. I'm perfectly fine. You know, being a sentient spaceship and all. Okayness confirmed. Let's get back on our feet and resume our voyage. Assuming the ship still flies, that is. Captain Olimar, you might want to sit down for this. I have some very bad news. It's our fuel. You see, the sparklium. We went from having lots of it to none. Without sparklium, the only part of the ship that works is the pilot seat. I hate to say this, Captain Olimar, but we may have no choice but to sit here and hope that help arrives. Exasperated sigh. Unless we actually do something about it? I don't know. Yes. Yes, I think this might be just what we needed. Captain Olimar, it's faint, but I'm picking up a signal from over there. Follow me. Yes, I'll be sure to do absolutely everything you tell me to do, sentient AI spaceship. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and once again we have found ourselves crash-landed on a foreign planet in the side-scrolling puzzle game spin-off known as Hey Pikmin. This game is interesting to say the least, because we are already introduced to our first new friend. No, couldn't be. Oh. It's a little Pikmin! Oh, it's the little red one. So confused and shining. It was probably thinking really hard. Oops, we startled it. Let's try to find its hiding place. Speak for yourself, you couldn't even see me. You're just this giant looming machine staring at it. So this game is vastly different from the console iterations of Pikmin, and you're going to see exactly what that entails here. From what you told me, Pikmin respond to the sound of a whistle. Guess that means we should probably do that then, eh? So, everything in this game is touchscreen activated aside from your movement, which has been mapped to the analog, the D-pad, and the face buttons. Left and right, that's it. So not just one Pikmin, but 4, we can count. Praise be to Hockatate. Nice. So we now have 4 Pikmin at our disposal. They responded to your whistle. Interesting that their behavior is universal across different planets, even though they are the same species. But we're right, they do look like pick carrots. I think Louie was the one who told you that nonsense. Ooh, I got so excited. Being a crazy machine, I almost forgot our sparklium situation. Signal's coming from up ahead. Cool. Let's go find organic fuel for our ship. Hopefully these guys will be able to help us. Those seeds are what's setting off my sensors. Interesting, I must be malfunctioning. But they're way up there and you're way down there. Thank you, Captain Obvious. It's supposed to be my job. But maybe the Pikmin can help. Captain Olimar, try tapping the seeds to show the Pikmin you want them. I'm sure we could probably do that. So by tapping on the screen, you can go ahead and throw Pikmin, and they'll automatically bring stuff back to you. This game is very automatic, just keep that in mind. My analysis was correct, we can harvest sparklium from the seeds. But now for the bad news. One seed contains only one sparklium. 1 liter? 1 unit? But according to his calculations, we need to do long division, 30,000 sparklium. Exasperated sigh. Don't fret, there's more sparklium where that came from. I hope you're confident with that statement, sir. The Pikmin and I are here to help you recover the rest, willingly or not. We'll be at 30,000 before you know it. Cool. Well, glad to know that we'll be able to harvest lots of seeds and treasures here in order to get fuel for our ship. But the main essence is, yes, we're going to be collecting a lot of stuff, and it's going to be wonderful, right? Good job, Captain Olimar. Now get inside and get some rest while I scan for our next destination. Sweet. Nice little happy-ass jig. See you later, Pikmin, suckers. I've got a lock on a large amount of sparklium. Let's go find it. It's good to know that our curing machine is still working. So ladies and gentlemen, here we have the world available to us, but we're going to start off in Sector 1, the Brilliant Garden. And just look at this place. Something about this screen just reeks of nostalgia of the first Pikmin game. It's really nice, and if there's something that I can just say that I enjoy about this game right off the bat, is that the scenery looks fantastic, and what it lacks in a lot of other areas makes up with that and the music. So let's get started with the first expedition. Sweet, well, thanks for letting us hang out here. So, we're gonna go call a couple of Pikmin here. Another way this game differs a lot from the console versions is Pikmin are locked per stage. You don't get to carry them in between levels. All the Pikmin you get are the ones you find throughout the stage, and you're going to need to find a good way to kind of allocate them and use them correctly in order to get to the end of the stage, and also find some enemies. Careful, Captain Olimar, one of this planet's native creatures is nearby, and it looks hungry. Throw a Pikmin at it to stop it before it comes any closer. So yes, we will now kill the indigenous species of this planet because they're in our way. Cool, and also we've got ourselves sparklium plants here. That's nice. And ooh, coming from the upper screen, we have some Pikmin that have been taken hostage by some of these dang bugs. Get the hell out of here. Nice, so just keep on throwing them, and there we go. Now, enemies don't drop corpses, unfortunately, and we also get another concept of the game, recycled from previous titles. Captain Olimar, I'm sensing a large amount of sparklium from that object. And what else are we going to do but throw Pikmin at it to collect it? Now, only 3 are going to be able to carry it. You can't add any more than what the game requires of you. So, it's pretty simplistic in that way as well. But with the wedding ring, we have earned the loop of beginnings. Nice. It's kind of cute. Wait just a moment, Captain Olimar, that thing had 100 sparklium. Oh man, should keep an eye out for any other treasures like this one. Cool. Maybe instead of transforming everything we see into fuel, we'll be able to maybe sell it back at home for good profit. Cool, so we're gonna start building a bridge here. It's gonna be good for us to have all of these Pikmin and hopefully get our way across here. Like I mentioned before, everything is done on the bottom screen, so when you use the whistle, it's very easy to accidentally throw Pikmin, so just be really wary of where you are in relation to, say, a pit, where you could toss them in there. Let's keep on going, and Ooh. That doesn't look good. Oh, valiant effort, my friend. I think if we recruited you into our forces, we would be able to turn you into a bulb and be able to knock over the shovel head. No problem. Excellent. In doing so, we'll go and save his friends and also apparently wake up a new type of enemy in this game that is actually kind of a pushover. There are very few enemies in this game that will pose any threat to you, but we can go and take him out pretty easily. Just make sure you start bombarding him before he opens his mouth, otherwise you'll lose your Pikmin. And what's interesting is that they die so quickly in this game that it's almost ridiculous. And hey, check it out! That hole there, I estimate you can get to it with your jetpack. Cool, we have a jetpack now, I guess. But your Pikmin won't be able to follow you up. Mind the little guys. Alright, so that's gonna be basically your only way of dismissing Pikmin is by using your jetpack. So keep in mind that if you don't want them to follow you indefinitely, then that is the best thing to use. We've got ourselves a health plant there, and a yo-yo. We don't always need Pikmin to carry things back to us. We can just walk up to them and teleport them our own way with the Hypno Pendulum. Nice. Cool, so let's get out of here. Now, if you leave a room for too long and Pikmin are in a different room, then eventually they will succumb to loneliness and perish. So be very careful and don't leave them alone for too long. We've got more swooping snitch bugs up there, so let's go and save some more of our compadres there. Although it might seem like they're having a great time. They're right in the hook, man. Here we go, just keep on tossing and you're good. Cool, and I think that's all of them. Most levels will have 20 Pikmin for you to collect and get to the end of the stage, and if you can manage to do that without losing any Pikmin, then you'll be fine. Also, having a lot is just really in your best interest, and is definitely going to be used to solve a lot of different puzzles when we have different variations of Pikmin, but it's all moderately easy. So let's go and have these guys carry the harmonica, please. If you notice a little bit of frame drops and slowdown, just keep in mind I'm still playing this damn bread bug. And this game is more or less intended to be played on more recent iterations of the system, notably, I guess, the 2DS XL, the most recent one. And oh, hello. Are you guys okay? It's like we've retained physics from the console versions, but here we go. Glad that didn't crush me or my armada. But we got the Song Sewer for 400 Sparklium. Wonderful. And that's all 3 for the stage, which means the ending should be near, although this guy right here, get out of here. Alright, make sure you leave as quickly as possible because they will endlessly spawn through that hole, so let's go throw everything at our problems, make them go away. This fighting this guy would not be ideal. There we go. And we've made it to the end with 0 Pikmin casualties, which will more or less be my goal for the series. Let's try to lose as few as possible. Captain Olimar, it sure is dangerous out there with all the predators roaming about. You don't say. Let's find a safe place we can take the Pikmin back to. So even though we can't carry them from stage to stage, we will be able to bring them to a safe haven and do some good stuff there, depending on what you consider that. But our first expedition was a resounding success. So thank you for all of the fanfare. You do get rewarded for getting through the entire stage without losing any Pikmin. So keep that in mind if you decide to replay them. So our results screen shows that we have collected a tiny percentage of Sparklium, but we were able to log all of our treasures and brought back all of our Pikmin without losing any to this mysterious park. Well done, Captain Olimar. The Pikmin you brought back seem happier here. Alright, I'm glad you're able to determine that without any real evidence, but let's go see what they're up to in the park, shall we? By heading there right away. Great graphics, man. The Pikmin look very happy to be somewhere safe. I'm proud of you, Captain Olimar. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you can initiate these feelings upon me. When I was scouting out this area as a home for Pikmin, I detected a bit of Sparklium. Cool. But there's just one problem. There's too many tufts of grass. It was too hard. I didn't have enough allocated RAM to go off searching for some of this magical fuel. After all, I am but a machine. So you can kind of see where this is going. But of course, our ship has been able to come up with a completely original idea. By allocating the Pikmin themselves into different parts of the park, we'll be able to find more amounts of sparklium. I just feel so dumb saying that. Cool, so we'll go ahead and send them over here and let them do their business. This is really reminiscent to rebuilding Norende in Bravely Default. More stages we complete and more Pikmin we bring back, we will be able to send them off into different areas and find more sparklium that way. In the meantime, why don't we go back to the base? Sure, sounds good. We'll let them do all the heavy lifting on their days off, why not? Oh, and he has good news for once. It's true that we don't have much sparklium left, but the ship is still working fine, mostly. What happened to that whole spiel about just the pilot seat? Well, we've got the log systems up and running, and we can use them to look at the details of Pikmin we've met or treasure we've collected. So yeah, the Piklopedia and the treasure hoard do make their return, and eventually we'll be able to unlock even more upgrades and features to the ship with the sparklium we collect. And start work on them with just 2,000. Sweet. I thought we needed that for fuel. Is that all of a sudden redundant? I don't know. Seems pretty inconsistent from where I'm sitting. Captain Olimar, the Pikmin found something. Let's go see what it was. Let's do it. Thank you, game, for really holding my hand through this. That victory jingle is so good. So this wedding band should yield 400 more sparklium. Cool. How could you not have picked that out? That seems pretty significant compared to the seeds we've been picking up. But yeah, there's still more in the park, and with the different varieties of Pikmin we collect, we will be able to explore even further, considering the hazards are far and above what these measly red Pikmin can handle, so we'll go and let them search over here for a little bit longer. Maybe a couple will trip in the stead of their leader. I don't know. Maybe. But it won't be easy or quick to find the sparklium we need. I'm aware. We can go on an expedition or 3 while the Pikmin do their work. Sweet. So we just essentially let them do their own thing, and eventually they'll come up with treasure, and we won't have to worry about it. So it's nice. So with that having been said and done, we've completed Sector 1, Area A, and we got a gold Pikmin statue, which indicates that none of them died in that stage. So that's really nice. Don't neglect the side paths. There can be something special on them. Good to know. Thank you so much. So, this beginning section is a lot longer than I remember, but thank you guys so much for watching. Next time on Hey Pikmin, we will be continuing the story in Cavern of Confusion, seeing some of those yellow guys poking their face out of some aluminum cans, and also exploring some side areas. So, I hope to see you guys then, because we've got a bit of a game ahead of us.